What's up, everybody? Welcome to another one of Dave's Daily Dives, where I dig in the important stock charts of the day, give you some key technical levels. But I don't leave you hanging after that. I give you 5 Zacks Rank #1 strong buy stocks that are breaking out to new highs, so you have some actionable trading ideas as well as some goalposts for you to align yourself with. So for the longest, I was using this May to June sort of fib structure with the retrace and the target, which ended up getting hit. So now I want to show you guys a little fib structure from the late June low, right near the 50-day moving average, to those recent highs. And you'll notice that this 61.8 came into play. Market found support, ran up to the 23.6, stalled out, came all the way back down to the 76.4, caught a bid, and here we are. Why am I telling you this? Well, here's an important level to keep an eye on early in tomorrow's session. That's 24.58.25. Okay, so 24.58 is what you want to have your eye on tomorrow when you're looking at the S&P 500. Past that level, you have the previous high here, but also this 23.6, so the 24.70. So two key levels, 24.58. If we get past that early on, then you're looking 24.70 as the next area of resistance to the upside. Now, should this rally kind of die out, then I don't expect these 76.4s to hold. Expect a retest all the way down 24.05. So that's on the S&P 500. Now, keep in mind here, we have this move lower, has found a bid, at least in the short term, and is starting to inch higher. So to the upside, what I was saying is this 24.58, maybe 24.70 level. Now I want to go to the small caps using IWM as proxy. Now, I've got a 50-day moving average on here, but when it comes to these small caps, there's one more that I would like to add here, and that is the 200-day. So we're going to go ahead and throw that up here so you can see. And we've gone from 144.25 on July 25th rather, all the way down to this 136.29 where we're at now. So it's about 5.5%. What's more interesting to me, though, is the fact that we've broken down below the 50-day moving average, which provided some support in early July, and have now broken down below it. But we've got a few days of a rally here. So that tells me look for an early retest of the 200-day moving average tomorrow on the small caps. Should they break above that level, then the 50-day at 140.40. This is on IWM, so basically multiply by 10, and that's how you get, that's what you get in the Russell. But those are areas to keep an eye on early tomorrow when you're talking about the IWM. 140.40 is probably a little bit further than the market's going to end up getting. I mean, that's a little bit of a ride from here. But definitely check this 136.83, and then you have these highs up at 139 that could come into play as early as tomorrow's trading session. And of course, this has all been met with a dip in volatility, as we've seen the VIX come down from up 16. This is something you don't see all the time, though. You do see spikes in volatility that get faded, and you see volatility start to build a little bit. This was an intraday thing, but I'd still consider that part of this building. And obviously, I could go out further to make my point, but typically when you get a spike up in volatility and a sell-off, you don't get another spike so quickly afterwards. And that's what we ended up getting last week and the week before, is kind of this double spike up in volatility. But alas, here we are, 11:35 on the VIX. Things have begun to calm down a little bit, and as long as this rally continues tomorrow, we should expect more of the same in terms of calming effect. All right, let's look at 5 Zacks Rank #1 strong buy stocks. They're on the move. Now, we've talked about Alibaba before, and deservedly so, because this thing has been on a rampage for a good long while now. Pretty much all year, Alibaba don't care. Leapfrog the 50-day moving average and was off to the races. Has been off to the races. Doesn't care about anything else going on in China. The stock just keeps on trucking higher. And again, these are Zacks Rank #1 strong buy stocks, so you know that these earnings estimates have been tracking up along with the price. That's Zacks Rank #1 strong buy, Alibaba, ticker BABA. Here's one you may not know about yet. This is Getty Realty. So these guys basically own gas stations and such. And not your typical chart that we usually see, especially not in this video, but this gap down to support, and then now it's breaking out and at 52-week highs. Started to burst out of this range a little bit. So this may be worth chasing. Of course, it is in fact a REIT. But if you do want to chase this, you can put your stops down underneath the breakout range. If you want to be even safer, you can come under the 50-day and the 200-day and go ahead and hope that these earnings estimates keep creeping to the upside, giving support for the stock. That's Getty Realty, ticker GTY. Then we're going back to China, my friends. Ticker HTHT. This is China Lodging. Okay, so they do franchise hotels in China, and another very impressive move all year, finding support at the 50-day on multiple occasions, continues to truck higher. Perhaps you want to wait for it to cool off a little bit, maybe get back closer to 100 before you buy, but you know, at any number of entries along this rally, if you were sitting on your hands, you wouldn't have participated in it. So a little different, given that this is, you know, like a hotel company. You don't typically expect these kind of huge moves. But that's what we've got shaping up here on shares of HTHT. And again, this is a Zacks Rank #1 strong buy, so it has had earnings estimate revisions to the upside that perhaps are justifying this move. Then you have Telecom Argentina, telecom company out of Argentina. And again here, lots of support at the 50-day throughout March, April, another dip below in June, and then most recently earlier on in the month. But that's given way to a breakout above $30. So here you could play the breakout, go long, put your stops below that $30 level, get yourself some more cushion. And again, if we wanted to, get down below this 50-day moving average. But at the current price, I don't know if you're willing to put on, you know, 14% stop loss. That's pretty much up to you, but something to consider. Maybe giving it a little bit more leeway. Again, this is a Zacks Rank #1 strong buy. That's Telecom Argentina, ticker TEO. Now, the last one I got for you is Explore Technologies. So they make rugged personal computers. So for, you know, guys who are in field personnel and still need computers or doing energy pipelines or whatever it is. I don't typically talk about stocks that are this small, but when something like this, which has been in a big base for a long time, all of a sudden breaks out on decent volume, I think it's worth noting. Again, this is a much higher risk play than we usually talk about, but it is on the move. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that love looking at the cheap stocks. And when I say cheap, I mean literally cheap, like $3.44. I'm not making any commentary on their valuation or the richness of the valuation whatsoever. I just know a lot of guys are out there looking for $3, $4, $5, $10 stocks. So here's an idea for you. Do a little bit more research. This is Explore Technologies, XPLR. They are a Zacks Rank #1 strong buy. And as for me, you know, you can check me out at Bartosiastics. That's my Twitter feed, BARTOSIASTICS. And here with Zacks.com as the editor of the Momentum Trader, as well as Home Run Investor. So keep those eyes on the prize, and I will see you all later in the week. Have a good one.